Clara was walking home from work late one evening when she noticed something unusual. In the dim light of a street lamp, a small, huddled figure near a trash can caught her attention. As she approached, she saw that it was a young girl, no older than 6, sitting on the cold pavement. The child's clothes were tattered and stained, and she appeared to be trembling. The girl looked up at Clara with wide, fearful eyes. Clara could sense the child's deep distress and hesitation. She crouched down to the girl's level, speaking softly and reassuringly. "Are you okay? Do you need help?" Clara asked gently. The girl didn't answer immediately, but Clara could see the hunger and fear in her eyes. Clara decided to take action. She reached into her bag and pulled out a sandwich and a bottle of water she had for herself. Offering them to the girl, she said, "Here, you must be hungry. I have some food if you'd like it." The child hesitated for a moment, but then slowly took the food, her hands trembling. As the girl ate, Clara sat beside her, keeping a watchful eye. She tried to strike up a conversation, asking simple questions like her name and how she ended up in such a situation. The girl, still wary, only gave brief and uncertain responses. Clara learned that her name was Leticia and that she had been wandering alone for some time. Seeing the girl's vulnerability and realizing the gravity of the situation, Clara felt a surge of compassion. She knew she couldn't just leave Leticia there. Clara thought about what she could do to help. She decided to invite Leticia to her home for the night. Clara gently told Leticia that she could stay at her place, explaining that it would be warm and safe. At first, Leticia looked unsure, but the prospect of a secure place and more food seemed to calm her fears slightly. Clara reassured her that she would be safe and that nothing bad would happen. Clara guided Leticia to her car, helping her in and offering more comfort. On the way home, Clara noticed the girl's increasing comfort as she started to relax, though she still kept close to Clara, her eyes darting around nervously. When they arrived at Clara's home, a small but cozy house, Clara made Leticia feel as comfortable as possible. She offered her a warm bath, some fresh clothes, and a place to rest. Leticia was hesitant, but followed Clara's gentle instructions. After the bath, Clara prepared a simple but nourishing dinner. Leticia ate quietly, seeming to gain a bit more trust with each bite. Clara watched her with a mix of relief and concern, knowing that she had done the right thing, but still feeling uncertain about what the future held for Leticia. As the night progressed, Clara prepared a makeshift bed for Leticia on the couch, making sure she was comfortable with a warm blanket. She kept the light on softly, hoping to provide some sense of security. Clara stayed awake for a while, reflecting on the night's events and wondering what would happen next. The night was quiet, and Leticia eventually fell into a deep sleep, something Clara hoped was filled with dreams of safety and warmth. Clara, meanwhile, felt a profound sense of responsibility and resolve, knowing that her actions were just the beginning of a more significant journey for the young girl. The next morning, Clara woke early and prepared a simple breakfast. She hoped that Leticia would feel more comfortable and begin to open up. When Leticia woke up, she looked around the room, still disoriented but visibly more relaxed than the night before. Clara greeted her with a warm smile and a plate of pancakes. Leticia hesitated at first, but accepted the food gratefully. Clara sat with her, engaging in light conversation to make the atmosphere less tense. She asked Leticia if she had any idea where she wanted to go or if she needed anything specific. Leticia shook her head, her gaze downcast, indicating that she wasn't sure what she wanted or needed. Clara decided to take Leticia for a walk in the park nearby, hoping the fresh air and open space might help her feel more at ease. As they walked, Clara pointed out various landmarks and tried to make the conversation as casual and comforting as possible. She asked Leticia about her favorite things, trying to distract her from the worries of the previous days. Despite Clara's efforts, Leticia remained quiet and reserved. Clara couldn't help but feel a pang of sadness at how the young girl's innocence had been overshadowed by hardship. They eventually stopped at a small cafe where Clara bought some snacks and hot chocolate for both of them. Leticia seemed to enjoy the treat, and Clara noticed her demeanor softening slightly. After their brief outing, Clara decided it was time to seek professional help for Leticia. She contacted local shelters and social services to find out what resources were available for children in Leticia's situation. Although Leticia had expressed a fear of going to a shelter or an orphanage, Clara hoped that with the right support, Leticia might feel more secure and less alone. Upon returning home, Clara continued to speak with Leticia in a calm and supportive manner, gently encouraging her to consider the options Clara was exploring. Leticia, still visibly apprehensive, clung to Clara's reassurance, though she remained reluctant to discuss her past or future plans. Clara also took the opportunity to share some of her own experiences, hoping to build trust and show Leticia that she was genuinely concerned for her well-being. She spoke of her own family and how she had learned the value of kindness and helping others, emphasizing that Leticia was not alone in her struggles. Throughout the day, Clara tried to strike a balance between offering comfort and respecting Leticia's space. She respected the girl's quietness, understanding that trust would need to be earned over time. Clara made sure that Leticia had everything she needed for the night and prepared a small gift, a soft teddy bear, to help her feel more secure. As evening approached, Clara began to feel the weight of the situation more heavily. She was determined to do whatever she could to help Leticia, but she knew that the real work was only just beginning. Clara reflected on the complexities of Leticia's situation and the steps she needed to take to ensure the child's future safety and well-being. Leticia, though still wary, seemed to appreciate Clara's continued presence and the small gestures of care. That night, Clara hoped that Leticia would sleep soundly and begin to feel a bit more at home in her temporary refuge. Clara herself went to bed with a heavy heart, contemplating the challenges ahead, but also feeling a sense of purpose and hope for Leticia's future. The following days continued with a mix of routine and uncertainty. Clara made it a priority to establish a sense of normalcy for Leticia, despite the unpredictability of the young girl's circumstances. Each morning began with a warm breakfast, followed by gentle conversations that aimed to build trust. Leticia's responses remained brief and guarded, but Clara noticed occasional glimpses of curiosity and hope. One afternoon, Clara decided to take Leticia to a community center that offered various services and support for individuals in need. She hoped that connecting with professionals who specialized in child welfare might provide guidance on how best to support Leticia. At the center, Clara was introduced to a counselor named Miss Carter, who had experience working with children in difficult situations. Miss Carter met with Clara and Leticia in a private room, offering a warm and welcoming demeanor. Clara explained Leticia's situation and expressed her desire to find the best possible support for the girl. Miss Carter listened attentively, then gently spoke to Leticia, encouraging her to share her feelings and experiences at her own pace. Leticia, although still shy and reserved, began to open up a little. She shared fragments of her story, revealing that she had been living on the streets after her mother passed away. Her father was not in the picture, and she had been moving from place to place, struggling to find safety and stability. Miss Carter assured Leticia that she was safe now and that there were resources available to help her. She discussed various options, including counseling, temporary shelters, and potential foster care, explaining that the goal was to find a solution that would offer Leticia the stability and care she needed. Clara observed the session with a mix of hope and anxiety. She could see that Leticia was beginning to trust Miss Carter, though the process of healing and adjustment would take time. Clara remained by Leticia's side, offering reassurance and support. After the meeting, Miss Carter provided Clara with information about local organizations that could assist Leticia further. Clara took the pamphlets and contact details, determined to explore every possible avenue to ensure Leticia's well-being. That evening, Clara and Leticia returned home, where Clara prepared a simple dinner and tried to maintain a sense of normalcy. Leticia was quiet during the meal, but Clara noticed a slight shift in her demeanor. The girl seemed a bit more relaxed, as if the day's events had offered a glimmer of hope. As they settled in for the night, Clara spoke to Leticia about the plans they had discussed with Miss Carter. She assured Leticia that they were working towards finding a solution that would provide her with a secure and loving environment. Clara emphasized that she was committed to supporting Leticia through this transition and would continue to be there for her every step of the way. Leticia nodded, though her face still carried a hint of uncertainty. Clara gave her a comforting hug, hoping that the reassurance would help Leticia feel more at ease. As Clara went to bed, she reflected on the progress they had made and the challenges that still lay ahead. Despite the difficulties, Clara felt a renewed sense of purpose. She was determined to help Leticia find a path to a better future, and she resolved to continue her efforts with patience and compassion. The journey was far from over, but Clara remained hopeful that each step forward would bring Leticia closer to the stability and care she deserved. Over the next few weeks, Clara continued her dedicated support for Leticia, ensuring that the young girl felt increasingly secure in her new temporary home. The routine became more structured, with Clara establishing regular activities and plans to help Leticia adjust. One of the first steps Clara took was to enroll Leticia in a local school. She visited the school administration to explain Leticia's situation and to ensure that her transition would be as smooth as possible. The principal and teachers were understanding and agreed to provide Leticia with additional support to help her catch up academically and socially. On the first day of school, Clara accompanied Leticia, feeling a mix of nervousness and hope. Leticia was apprehensive, but seemed slightly reassured by Clara's presence. Clara introduced Leticia to her new teacher, Miss Lewis, and explained the situation briefly to ensure that the teacher could provide the appropriate support. Miss Lewis welcomed Leticia warmly and promised to help her adjust to the new environment. Clara stayed for a while, observing Leticia as she was introduced to her classmates and settled into her new classroom. Although Leticia was quiet, Clara noticed that she began to engage with her peers and seemed intrigued by the classroom activities. After leaving Leticia at school, Clara went about her day, making follow-up calls to the organizations and resources suggested by Miss Carter. She arranged for a social worker to visit their home to discuss further options for Leticia's care and to assess potential placements if needed. During this period, Clara also made an effort to spend quality time with Leticia outside of the structured routines. They went to parks, visited local libraries, and engaged in simple activities that Leticia enjoyed. Clara hoped these outings would provide Leticia with some sense of normalcy and enjoyment. Despite these positive steps, Clara continued to face challenges. Leticia's reluctance to fully open up remained a barrier, and Clara sometimes worried about the emotional strain Leticia was experiencing. Clara kept a journal, documenting Leticia's progress and noting any signs of improvement or areas where additional support might be needed. One day, after a particularly enjoyable afternoon at the park, Leticia surprised Clara by asking if she could draw something. Clara provided her with art supplies, and Leticia spent hours creating a series of colorful drawings. Clara was touched by the creative expression and encouraged Leticia to continue exploring her artistic side. As the weeks went by, Leticia's confidence began to build. Her school performance improved, and she started making friends. Clara continued to support Leticia emotionally and practically, offering reassurance and praise for her accomplishments. The bond between Clara and Leticia grew stronger, with Leticia gradually opening up more about her thoughts and feelings. At home, Clara made sure Leticia felt included in family activities and decisions. She celebrated Leticia's small victories and milestones, creating a supportive environment where Leticia could thrive. Despite the progress, Clara remained vigilant, knowing that the journey was ongoing. She continued to work with social services and explore long-term solutions for Leticia's future. Clara was committed to providing Leticia with the stability, care, and opportunities she needed to build a brighter future. As the days turned into months, Clara reflected on how far Leticia had come since that fateful evening when they first met. The transformation was evident, and Clara felt a deep sense of fulfillment knowing that her efforts had made a significant difference in Leticia's life. Months passed, and Leticia began to flourish in ways Clara had hoped for but could hardly have imagined. Her academic performance continued to improve, and she became increasingly involved in school activities. She joined the art club, a decision that sparked a new passion and provided her with an outlet for her emotions and creativity. One day, Leticia came home with exciting news. Her art teacher had encouraged her to enter a local children's art competition. Leticia was thrilled, but also nervous. Clara, ever supportive, reassured her and helped her prepare for the competition. They spent weekends working on Leticia's artwork, experimenting with different techniques and discussing her ideas. As the competition day approached, Clara observed Leticia's growing enthusiasm and dedication. The project became a bonding experience, and Clara felt a renewed sense of purpose in guiding Leticia through this creative endeavor. They talked about the themes of the competition, and Leticia decided to create a piece reflecting her journey and the hope she now felt. The day of the competition arrived, and Clara accompanied Leticia to the venue. It was a large community center filled with vibrant artworks from many talented children. Leticia's piece, a colorful and emotional depiction of her journey from hardship to hope, was displayed prominently. Clara could see the pride in Leticia's eyes as she took in the array of artworks around her. During the awards ceremony, Clara was filled with anticipation. Leticia had worked hard and put her heart into her art. When the judges announced the winners, Clara watched as Leticia's name was called for a special recognition award. Leticia's artwork had stood out for its emotional depth and creativity. Clara's eyes welled up with tears of joy as Leticia walked up to receive her award. The recognition at the competition was a significant milestone for Leticia. It boosted her confidence and validated her talent and hard work. Clara celebrated this achievement with Leticia, praising her dedication and celebrating the positive outcome of their efforts. In the weeks following the competition, Leticia's art continued to gain attention. Her teacher suggested showcasing some of her work in a local community gallery, an opportunity that thrilled both Leticia and Clara. They began preparing for this exhibition, which would mark Leticia's first public display of her art. The process of preparing for the gallery exhibit was both exciting and demanding. Clara assisted Leticia in selecting pieces, framing them, and writing artist statements. The experience was an invaluable lesson for Leticia, who learned about the professional side of being an artist and gained practical experience in presenting her work. As the opening night of the gallery exhibit approached, Clara and Leticia were filled with anticipation. The event was well attended, with friends, teachers, and community members coming to see Leticia's work. The gallery was adorned with Leticia's vibrant and moving pieces, each telling a story of resilience and hope. During the event, Clara noticed that Leticia was radiant, interacting with guests and speaking about her art with newfound confidence. The positive feedback from visitors and the appreciation for her work were overwhelming. Clara felt immense pride in Leticia's accomplishments and the progress she had made since their first encounter. The gallery exhibition was a turning point for Leticia, cementing her passion for art and opening doors to future opportunities. Clara was thrilled to see Leticia's dreams taking shape and felt a deep sense of fulfillment knowing she had played a part in this journey. As Leticia's artistic career began to take off, Clara continued to support her in every way possible. They remained close, and Clara felt honored to witness Leticia's transformation from a frightened child to a confident and talented artist. The bond between them grew stronger, built on mutual respect, trust, and shared experiences. Despite the challenges that lay ahead, Clara was confident that Leticia had the strength and talent to succeed. She remained committed to helping Leticia navigate the path to her dreams, knowing that the future held even greater possibilities for the young artist. As Leticia's art career continued to gain momentum, Clara took on a more supportive and advisory role, helping Leticia navigate the complexities of the art world. Leticia's recent exhibition had opened new doors, and she started receiving invitations to participate in various art events and workshops. This was an exciting time for Leticia, and Clara was determined to ensure she could take full advantage of these opportunities. One day, Clara received a call from a prominent art gallery in the city, inviting Leticia to showcase her work in a special solo exhibition. The gallery had been impressed by Leticia's previous work and wanted to offer her a platform to present a more extensive collection. Clara and Leticia were both thrilled by the opportunity, but they knew it would require a significant amount of preparation. Clara and Leticia began planning for the solo exhibition. They discussed themes and ideas for the new collection, aiming to create a cohesive body of work that would resonate with the gallery's audience. Leticia decided to focus on themes of resilience, transformation, and hope, reflecting her personal journey and growth. The preparation process was intense. Clara helped Leticia organize her existing artworks and create new pieces that fit the theme of the exhibition. They worked long hours, with Clara providing both practical support and emotional encouragement. She helped Leticia with everything from framing and arranging the artwork to writing artist statements and preparing promotional materials. In the midst of this preparation, Leticia also participated in several interviews and media appearances to promote her upcoming solo exhibition. Clara helped her prepare for these interactions, coaching her on how to discuss her work and handle media questions. The media exposure added a layer of pressure, but also increased Leticia's visibility and credibility in the art world. As the exhibition date approached, Clara and Leticia faced numerous challenges. They encountered logistical issues with transporting and setting up the artwork, and Leticia experienced moments of self-doubt and anxiety. Clara remained a steady source of support, reassuring Leticia and helping her stay focused on the positive aspects of the upcoming show. Finally, the night of the solo exhibition arrived. The gallery was transformed into a stunning display of Leticia's artwork. Clara arrived early to help with the final preparations and to provide Leticia with moral support before the doors opened to the public. Leticia was nervous but excited as she awaited the arrival of guests and critics. The exhibition was a resounding success. The gallery was filled with people admiring Leticia's work, and the positive feedback was overwhelming. Art critics praised Leticia's innovative approach and emotional depth, further establishing her as a rising star in the art world. Clara watched with pride as Leticia confidently interacted with guests and discussed her work. As the night progressed, Clara and Leticia received congratulations and praise from various attendees. The success of the solo exhibition marked a significant milestone in Leticia's career. Clara felt immense satisfaction in seeing Leticia's hard work and talent recognized and celebrated. In the days following the exhibition, Leticia received offers for additional exhibitions and collaborations. Her career was taking off, and Clara was thrilled to see her progress. They continued to work together, with Clara helping Leticia manage her growing career and navigate new opportunities. Despite the success, Clara and Leticia remained grounded and focused on their goals. Clara continued to provide support and guidance, ensuring that Leticia's career development was balanced with her personal well-being. The bond between them strengthened, built on mutual respect and shared achievements. As they looked to the future, Clara and Leticia knew that there were many more challenges and opportunities ahead. However, with Clara's unwavering support and Leticia's dedication and talent, they were confident that Leticia's journey in the art world would continue to be both impactful and fulfilling. As Leticia's art career flourished, her success attracted the attention of influential figures in the art community. One day, Clara received an unexpected call from a renowned art collector named Mr. Bennett, who expressed interest in Leticia's work. Mr. Bennett was known for his extensive collection of contemporary art and his role in promoting emerging artists. Mr. Bennett wanted to meet Leticia and discuss the possibility of acquiring some of her pieces for his collection. Clara was both excited and apprehensive. This opportunity could significantly elevate Leticia's career, but it also meant navigating the complexities of high-stakes art dealings. Clara arranged for a meeting between Leticia and Mr. Bennett at his private gallery. The gallery was an impressive space filled with valuable and diverse artworks. Clara and Leticia arrived, and Clara could see that Leticia was a mix of nervousness and anticipation. She reassured Leticia and emphasized the importance of this meeting. Mr. Bennett greeted them warmly and led them on a tour of his gallery, discussing his passion for art and his interest in supporting new talent. Clara observed Leticia's reactions and noted her growing confidence as they talked. Mr. Bennett's genuine enthusiasm for Leticia's work was evident, and it helped ease the tension in the room. When they reached the meeting room, Mr. Bennett asked Leticia about her creative process and the inspiration behind her art. Leticia spoke about her experiences, her journey from hardship to artistic expression, and her vision for her work. Mr. Bennett listened intently, clearly impressed by Leticia's depth and authenticity. The discussion turned to the possibility of Mr. Bennett acquiring several pieces from Leticia's recent solo exhibition. Clara and Leticia were thrilled by the prospect, but knew that they needed to carefully consider the terms and implications of the agreement. Mr. Bennett offered a generous price and expressed a desire to help Leticia gain further recognition through his network. Clara and Leticia took time to review the offer and consult with their advisor, Miss Carter, to ensure that they were making an informed decision. The offer was substantial and came with the added benefit of exposure to a broader audience through Mr. Bennett's connections and exhibitions. After careful consideration, Clara and Leticia decided to accept Mr. Bennett's offer. The acquisition of Leticia's artwork by such a prominent collector marked a significant milestone in her career. The news was met with excitement and further media coverage, enhancing Leticia's reputation as a rising star in the art world. With the success of the acquisition, Leticia began receiving invitations to participate in high-profile art events and collaborations. Clara continued to support her, helping her navigate the increasing demands of her growing career. They attended various events, networking with influential figures and exploring new opportunities for Leticia's work. One evening, Clara and Leticia attended a prestigious art gala where Leticia's work was prominently featured. The event was a grand affair, with notable guests, critics, and collectors in attendance. Clara was proud to see Leticia being recognized and celebrated for her achievements. During the gala, Leticia was approached by several prominent individuals who expressed interest in collaborating with her on future projects. The exposure and connections gained from the event opened doors to new and exciting possibilities for Leticia's career. As they left the gala, Clara and Leticia reflected on the incredible journey they had undertaken together. The progress Leticia had made was remarkable, and Clara felt immense pride in her role as a mentor and supporter. Their bond had deepened through their shared experiences and successes. Despite the busy and demanding nature of Leticia's career, Clara remained a constant source of support and guidance. She continued to help Leticia manage her schedule, navigate the art world, and maintain a balanced life. The journey was far from over, but Clara was confident that Leticia's talent, dedication, and resilience would continue to lead her to new heights. As Leticia's career continued to evolve, Clara was excited to see where the future would take her. The journey had been filled with challenges and triumphs, and Clara was honored to be a part of Leticia's remarkable story. As Leticia's career gained further momentum, she was invited to participate in a major international art fair in Paris. The invitation was a testament to her growing influence and provided an incredible opportunity to showcase her work on a global stage. Clara and Leticia were both excited, but also aware of the challenges and preparations required for such a significant event. The months leading up to the art fair were a whirlwind of activity. Clara and Leticia worked tirelessly to prepare a comprehensive collection of artwork that would represent Leticia's journey and artistic evolution. Clara took on a multitude of tasks, from coordinating with shipping companies to ensuring that all logistical details were handled. They selected pieces that showcased Leticia's range and creativity, emphasizing the themes of resilience and transformation that had become central to her work. Leticia's participation in the art fair also required her to prepare for interviews, media appearances, and public speaking engagements. Clara worked closely with Leticia to ensure she was well prepared for these opportunities, helping her practice her speaking points and refine her presentation skills. Leticia's ability to articulate her artistic vision and personal journey was crucial in making a lasting impression on the international audience. The journey to Paris was an exciting but exhausting experience. Clara and Leticia arrived at the art fair venue, which was bustling with activity. The venue was vast and filled with artworks from all over the world. Clara and Leticia navigated the space, setting up Leticia's booth with careful attention to detail. The display was thoughtfully arranged, highlighting the emotional depth and artistic quality of Leticia's pieces. On the opening day of the art fair, Leticia was both nervous and exhilarated. The booth attracted attention from visitors and collectors, and Leticia had the opportunity to engage with a diverse audience. Clara observed Leticia interacting with international art enthusiasts, discussing her work and answering questions. The exposure was invaluable, and Leticia's interactions reflected her growing confidence and professionalism. Throughout the fair, Leticia received positive feedback and made numerous connections with art collectors, critics, and fellow artists. Clara and Leticia attended various networking events and panel discussions, further establishing Leticia's presence in the global art scene. The fair also provided a platform for Leticia to learn from other artists and gain insights into different artistic approaches and trends. One evening, Clara and Leticia attended a gala event held in conjunction with the art fair. The gala was an elegant affair, with influential figures from the art world in attendance. During the event, Leticia was approached by a renowned art critic who expressed admiration for her work. The critic's praise and interest in Leticia's art provided a significant boost to her reputation. As the art fair concluded, Clara and Leticia reflected on the success of their experience. The international exposure had been transformative for Leticia's career, opening doors to new opportunities and collaborations. The connections made at the fair would likely lead to future projects and exhibitions, further advancing Leticia's artistic journey. Returning home, Clara and Leticia were met with excitement and congratulations from their community. The successful participation in the art fair was a milestone that cemented Leticia's position as a significant artist on the global stage. Clara continued to support Leticia, helping her manage the new opportunities that arose from the fair and ensuring that she remained focused and grounded. Despite the whirlwind of success and increased demands, Clara and Leticia remained close. They celebrated their achievements together and continued to support each other through the challenges and triumphs of Leticia's career. Clara's role as a mentor and friend was instrumental in helping Leticia navigate the complexities of her growing success. The journey from Leticia's early days of struggle to her prominent position in the international art scene was a testament to her talent and resilience. Clara's unwavering support and dedication played a crucial role in Leticia's accomplishments. As they looked to the future, both Clara and Leticia were excited about the possibilities that lay ahead and remained committed to their shared goals and aspirations. Years had passed since Leticia's debut at the International Art Fair in Paris, and her career had continued to flourish. Her work had been featured in prestigious galleries and exhibitions around the world, earning her acclaim and a dedicated following. Leticia had also started mentoring young artists, sharing her experiences and offering guidance to those just beginning their creative journeys. One day, Clara received an invitation to attend a special event organized by the city's most renowned art institution. The event was set to honor significant contributions to the art world and celebrate the achievements of influential artists. Clara was thrilled and curious, knowing that Leticia's achievements would likely be recognized, but she had no idea just how momentous this event would turn out to be. As Clara arrived at the event, she was greeted by a buzz of excitement. The venue was beautifully decorated, and prominent figures from the art world were in attendance. Clara could feel the anticipation in the air as she awaited the main part of the evening's program. The event began with speeches and presentations, celebrating the accomplishments of various artists and contributors to the art community. Clara listened intently, feeling a deep sense of pride for Leticia's achievements and the impact she had made in the art world. When it was Leticia's turn to be recognized, Clara watched with bated breath. Leticia was called to the stage to receive a prestigious award for her contributions to contemporary art. The award was a significant honor, acknowledging Leticia's creativity, resilience, and influence as an artist. The audience erupted in applause as Leticia accepted the award, and Clara could see the joy and gratitude in Leticia's eyes. During her acceptance speech, Leticia spoke about her journey, the challenges she had overcome, and the people who had supported her along the way. Clara was touched as Leticia mentioned her, acknowledging Clara's role in helping her navigate the early stages of her career and providing unwavering support throughout her journey. The highlight of the evening came when Leticia made a surprise announcement. She revealed that her first major solo exhibition, which had been a pivotal moment in her career, would be returning to the city for a special retrospective. The retrospective would feature new works alongside the pieces from her original exhibition, celebrating the growth and evolution of her art. The announcement was met with excitement and enthusiasm. The retrospective was scheduled to open in a few months, and Clara was eager to see the updated collection and the impact it would have on the art community. The event also marked the beginning of a new chapter in Leticia's career, one that would reflect her continued growth and success. In the weeks leading up to the retrospective, Clara and Leticia worked together to prepare for the event. They revisited Leticia's earlier works, selected pieces for the exhibition, and worked on new creations that would complement the original collection. The process was both nostalgic and exciting, offering a chance to reflect on Leticia's journey and celebrate her achievements. The opening night of the retrospective was a grand occasion. The gallery was filled with guests, including critics, collectors, and supporters of Leticia's work. Clara watched with pride as Leticia's new and old pieces were displayed, showcasing the depth and range of her artistic talent. The retrospective was met with widespread acclaim. Critics praised the evolution of Leticia's work and the emotional resonance of her new pieces. The exhibition was a testament to Leticia's continued success and her impact on the art world. As the event concluded, Clara and Leticia celebrated together, reflecting on the remarkable journey they had undertaken. The retrospective was a fitting culmination of Leticia's career thus far and a springboard for future endeavors. Leticia's achievements were a source of inspiration for many, and Clara felt honored to have been a part of her journey. The bond between Clara and Leticia had strengthened over the years, built on shared experiences, mutual support, and a deep appreciation for the transformative power of art. Looking ahead, Clara and Leticia were excited about the future and the new opportunities that awaited them. The success of the retrospective marked a significant milestone, but both were eager to continue their creative and professional pursuits, knowing that their shared journey was far from over.